Imagine this. You save diligently month after month. You skip the upgrades. You cook at home. You automate transfers into your savings account and feel responsible every time the balance ticks a little higher. You're doing what you were told to do. Be disciplined. Be patient. Let time work. But here's the uncomfortable truth. If your savings account pays just 1% interest, your money will take roughly 72 years to double. 72 years. That's not a strategy. That's a lifetime. Now consider what's happening at the same time. Prices don't pause while your money crawls forward. You go to the grocery store and realize the same $50 that once filled your cart now barely covers a few essentials. Rent increases. Insurance premiums rise. Healthcare gets more expensive. Everything moves upward, except the interest rate on your savings account. You're saving. You're consistent. You're doing everything right. And yet, you're still falling behind. Why? Because while your balance grows in numbers, its real value, what it can actually buy, is shrinking. If inflation averages 3% and your account earns 1%, you're effectively losing 2% of purchasing power every year. That gap compounds quietly in the background. And compounding works both ways. Warren Buffett has compared inflation to a silent force that slowly eats away at value. You don't feel it immediately. There's no dramatic crash. No red warning screen. But over time, it reduces what your money can do for you. This is the silent gap that hurts people financially, the gap between what their money is and what it does. You might see $100,000 sitting safely in an account and feel secure. It looks solid. It feels responsible. But if that money grows slower than inflation for 20 years, its purchasing power can erode dramatically. The number stays the same. The lifestyle it can support does not. Most people don't notice this until much later, often near retirement. That's when the illusion breaks. They did everything they thought was correct. They avoided risk. They kept their money safe. And then they realize safe wasn't the same as enough. Savings accounts are important. They protect liquidity. They provide stability. But they were never designed to build long-term wealth. There is a difference between storing money and multiplying it. Buffett didn't build extraordinary wealth by earning 1% in a bank account. He invested in productive assets, businesses and investments that generated returns higher than inflation over long periods of time. He understood that money must grow faster than prices rise, or you are slowly moving backward. If your investments earn 8% and inflation runs at 3%, that 5% real return compounds powerfully over decades. That difference is life-changing. It's the difference between merely surviving retirement and having real options. The tragedy is that many people are compounding in reverse without realizing it. They fear volatility because it's visible. They can see a market drop. But they ignore inflation because it's gradual and quiet. A 20% market correction feels terrifying. A 2% annual loss in purchasing power feels harmless. Yet over 30 years, that 2% erosion can cut your money's real value nearly in half. That's the illusion. Your account balance rises slowly, giving you comfort. But beneath the surface, time is quietly pulling value away. Unless your money grows faster than inflation, you're not truly building wealth. You're just maintaining the appearance of progress. And the moment you understand that difference, the moment you realize that growth, not just safety, is essential, is the moment your financial trajectory begins to change. The cost of everything, groceries, rent, utilities, even a simple cup of coffee, creeps upward just a little each year, so quietly that you barely notice it happening. A few cents here. $1 there. Nothing dramatic enough to trigger alarm. Until one day you're standing at the checkout counter realizing the same $50 that once filled your cart now barely covers a few essentials. This is inflation at work, the slow leak that drains your purchasing power. Now imagine this, your bank pays 1% interest while inflation averages 4%. On paper, your balance is growing. In reality, your real return isn't plus 1%, it's minus 3%. You're not moving forward, you're slipping backward. The dangerous part is that it doesn't feel like a loss because the number in your account keeps rising. It creates the illusion of progress. But it's like walking up a down escalator, your legs are moving, you're putting in effort, yet the system itself is carrying you the other direction. And the longer it continues, the more powerful the effect becomes, because inflation compounds too. Each year prices rise on top of already higher prices, which means every new year begins from a weaker purchasing base if your returns can't keep up. That's why so many people reach retirement confused. They saved. They avoided debt. They were cautious. Yet their money doesn't buy what they thought it would. They mistook nominal growth for real growth. There's a simple way to cut through this illusion, a 5-second shortcut that reveals whether time is working for you or quietly against you. Long before calculators, bankers used something called the Rule of 72. It's one of the smartest mental shortcuts in finance. You take the number 72 and divide it by your annual rate of return. The result tells you roughly how many years it takes for your money to double. If you earn 10% per year, your money doubles in about 7 years. At 6%, it doubles in 12 years. At 3%, it takes 24 years. And at 1%, 72 years. Now flip it around. If inflation runs at 4%, prices double in roughly 18 years. That means while your savings earning 1% might take 72 years to double, the cost of living could double 4 times in that same period. You're running a race where the finish line keeps moving farther away. Warren Buffett has often emphasized that compounding is the most powerful force in investing, but compounding doesn't automatically work in your favor. It amplifies whatever direction you're already heading. If your returns exceed inflation, compounding builds wealth. If they don't, compounding quietly erodes it. The real goal isn't just to grow your account balance. It's to grow your purchasing power. And once you understand that distinction, you stop measuring progress by bigger numbers, and start measuring it by greater freedom. This simple number makes the invisible visible. It pulls the curtain back on time and shows you how different returns unfold quietly in the background. A difference between 4% and 10% doesn't sound dramatic in a single year. But stretch that difference across 20 or 30 years, and it completely alters your financial trajectory. Let's make it personal. If you plan to retire in 25 years, the Rule of 72 tells you how many doubling cycles fit into that window. At 10%, your money doubles roughly every 7 years, which means you get more than 3 full doubling cycles. At 4%, your money doubles every 18 years, which means you barely squeeze in one. One path turns $100,000 into over $800,000. The other barely gets you to $200,000. Same time horizon. Completely different outcome. And here's where it gets even more interesting. The Rule of 72 doesn't just show you how fast money grows. It exposes the one advantage that can overpower even high returns. There's something more powerful than chasing a higher percentage, and that's starting early. Let me show you. Maya begins investing at 24. She sets aside $250 per month and earns around 10% annually. Nothing extreme. Just steady contributions and patience. She keeps going for 32 years. By 56, her account reaches roughly $600,000. Now meet Ethan. He starts at 34, 10 years later, but he invests $450 per month, almost double Maya's contribution. Same 10% return. He invests for 22 years and ends up with about $360,000. Ethan contributed more every single month. Yet he finishes with almost half as much. Why? Because Maya had extra doubling cycles. Her early dollars had more turns on the compounding wheel. Those first contributions didn't just grow, they generated returns that generated more returns. Compounding stacked on itself quietly. It's like planting a tree. At first, nothing looks impressive. But underground, the roots are spreading. Years later, it towers. Starting late is like planting that tree after a decade has already passed. You can water it more aggressively. You can fertilize it. But you can't get those missing seasons back. Warren Buffett often reminds investors that time is the friend of the wonderful business. Time is also the friend of the patient investor. And it's the one asset no one can purchase later. So once you understand the power of compounding, the next question becomes practical. Where should your money live so those doubling cycles actually happen fast enough to matter? Because not all engines grow at the same speed. Let's compare them using our Rule of 72 shortcut. A savings account earning 1% takes 72 years to double. That's essentially a lifetime for one doubling, and that's before inflation erodes part of it. Move to short-term government bonds yielding around 5%, and you're looking at about 14 years per doubling. Better, but still slow relative to a 25-year retirement runway. Now consider the long-term historical average of the S&P 500 at roughly 10% annually. Your money doubles about every 7 years. That's 10 times faster than a 1% account. Real estate, averaging around 8% annually when you factor in appreciation and rental income, doubles roughly every 9 years. Each option carries different risks, different volatility, different trade-offs. But the math is undeniable. The engine you choose determines how many doubling cycles you capture. And those cycles, not just contributions, are what ultimately shape your financial future. But here's where discipline separates amateurs from professionals. It's easy to understand the math. It's harder to respect it. This is where investors like Warren Buffett come in. Buffett has often said that the first rule of investing is not to lose money, and the second rule is never to forget the first. But what most people miss is that losing money doesn't only mean watching your portfolio drop during a crash. It also means losing purchasing power quietly, year after year, by earning less than inflation. Buffett didn't build his fortune by chasing the fastest doubling time. He built it by consistently earning strong returns over decades, letting compounding do the heavy lifting. At roughly 20% average annual returns for much of his career, his theoretical doubling time was about 3.6 years. But the real magic wasn't the speed. It was the consistency. Think about that. A portfolio compounding at high rates for 30, 40, 50 years doesn't just double once or twice. It doubles again and again, stacking growth on top of growth like layers of concrete. That's the system. Not excitement. Not prediction. Not guessing the next big thing. Intelligent investors design portfolios that can survive recessions, inflation spikes, market crashes, and still keep compounding. They understand that fees reduce returns, taxes eat into gains, and inflation stretches timelines. So they build with margin. They aim not just to meet inflation, but to comfortably exceed it. When you run your 1-minute test and compare your real doubling time to your life goals, you're doing exactly what disciplined investors do. You're measuring reality instead of trusting statements. If your money doubles every 18 years in real terms and you have 36 years ahead of you, that's 2 real doublings. If it doubles every 30 years and you have 25, that's a problem. That gap is the difference between financial freedom and financial stress. The goal isn't to gamble for a miracle. It's to create a structure strong enough to compound through time. Because in the end, wealth isn't built by intensity. It's built for durability. Maybe it's trimming unnecessary fees that quietly shave 1% or 2% off your returns every single year. Maybe it's reinvesting dividends instead of spending them. Maybe it's resisting the urge to jump in and out of markets every time headlines turn dramatic. Sometimes the fastest way forward isn't chasing higher risk. It's sealing the small leaks that silently slow your compounding. A 1% fee doesn't sound dangerous. A missed year of reinvestment doesn't feel catastrophic. But over 20 or 30 years, those tiny decisions stretch your doubling timeline further and further away. And as Warren Buffett has proven throughout his career, the difference between average and extraordinary often isn't brilliance. It's discipline. He didn't win because he moved the fastest. He won because he avoided friction, minimized unnecessary costs, and let compounding work uninterrupted for decades. And here's the beauty of this exercise. Once you calculate your real doubling time, you start to see time differently. Every financial choice becomes measurable. Every decision either shortens your timeline or extends it. You begin asking sharper questions. Is this investment truly compounding, or is it just keeping me busy? Are taxes and fees quietly stealing years from my future? Is this money sitting idle when it could be working? Buffett once said the stock market is a device for transferring money from the impatient to the patient. That patience is powerful because it protects your doubling cycles. When you view your finances through this lens, you stop reacting emotionally and start managing strategically. You stop guessing and start engineering your future. Once you understand the math, something shifts internally. You stop obsessing over flashy returns and start building systems that grow steadily and quietly. The rule of 72 becomes more than a shortcut. It becomes a filter for every opportunity. Time. Consistency. Direction. Those are the real wealth builders. Real wealth doesn't announce itself with noise. It compounds in the background while others are distracted. It's built through small, repeated actions that keep shortening the gap between today and your next doubling. So here's the challenge. Take your expected return. Divide 72 by it. See the number. Then adjust for inflation and look again. Is that timeline aligned with the life you want? If not, maybe the answer isn't taking reckless risk. Maybe it's reworking the engine, balancing safety and growth, choosing assets that historically outpace inflation, and most importantly, starting now. Because as Buffett's decades-long compounding journey shows, the most valuable asset in finance isn't money. It's time, and once lost, it never compounds again. And here's the part most people overlook. Compounding doesn't care about your intentions. It only responds to action. You can understand the rule of 72. You can admire Warren Buffett. You can agree that time is your greatest asset. But until your money is positioned correctly, consistently, and intentionally, nothing changes. Wealth is not built in dramatic leaps. It's built in quiet cycles. One doubling. Then another. Then another. And each cycle becomes easier than the last because the base keeps growing. This is why clarity matters more than motivation. Motivation fades. Markets fluctuate. Headlines scream. But a system endures. When your portfolio is designed to beat inflation, minimize friction, and compound steadily, you don't need constant excitement. You need consistency. Buffett didn't become one of the wealthiest investors in history by predicting every market move. He focused on buying quality, holding patiently, and allowing decades to do what days never could. The real power wasn't speed. It was duration. So as you step back and look at your own numbers, remember this: every year you delay is a year compounding can't work for you. Every percentage point you improve shortens your timeline. Every unnecessary fee you remove strengthens your engine. Wealth is mathematical before it is emotional. It rewards patience. It rewards structure. It rewards those who think in decades instead of days. And in the end, the question isn't whether money can double. It always can. The question is whether you will give it the environment and the time to do so. Because real financial freedom isn't built on luck. It's built on understanding the math, respecting inflation, and committing to a system that compounds quietly long after the noise fades. If you found this video useful, be sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications to not miss our future uploads. See you in the next video.